A quiet revolution in digestive wellness is unfolding, not in laboratories or pharmaceutical boardrooms, but at kitchen tables, in morning walks, and through the simple act of sipping herbal tea after a meal. Across homes and communities, people are turning away from quick-fix pills and expensive supplements to confront one of the most common yet misunderstood bodily experiences, abdominal bloating. Long dismissed as a minor annoyance, bloating is now being redefined not as a trivial discomfort but as a profound signal from the body, a whisper from the gut that something deeper may be out of balance. This shift in perception is sparking a wave of personal investigation, lifestyle recalibration, and a renewed appreciation for ancient remedies rooted in nature and tradition. At its core, bloating is the sensation of fullness, tightness, or swelling in the abdomen, often accompanied by pressure, gurgling, or visible distension. For many, it follows meals like a predictable shadow, rising after a bowl of lentil soup, a plate of roasted broccoli, or a glass of milk. The experience varies. Some feel a gentle puffiness, others endure sharp cramping or the sensation of being inflated like a balloon. What was once shrugged off as normal digestion is now being questioned. Why does the body react this way? What is it trying to communicate? And perhaps most importantly, why has modern life made this issue so widespread? The answer lies deep within the intricate ecosystem of the digestive tract, where trillions of microorganisms work in silent collaboration to break down food, extract nutrients, and maintain immune balance. When food enters the stomach, it begins a complex journey involving acids, enzymes, and muscular contractions designed to move it efficiently through the system. But when this process falters, due to speed, stress, or substance, undigested particles reach the colon, where resident bacteria ferment them, producing gas as a natural byproduct. This fermentation is essential, but when excessive or poorly managed, it leads to the uncomfortable buildup known as bloating. One of the primary drivers of this gas accumulation is the modern diet, rich in processed foods, refined sugars, and hidden FODMAPs, fermentable carbohydrates that are notoriously difficult for some digestive systems to handle. Foods like beans, onions, garlic, apples, and wheat contain these compounds, which, while nutritious, can become problematic when gut bacteria overproduce gas during fermentation. Dairy products, especially for those with lactose intolerance, add another layer of complexity. Without sufficient lactase enzyme, milk sugar remains undigested, feeding gut microbes that generate hydrogen and methane, contributing to bloating, cramps, and flatulence. But food is only part of the story. Behavior plays a surprisingly large role. The way people eat, rushed, distracted, multitasking, has a direct impact on digestion. Eating too quickly, talking with a full mouth, chewing gum, or drinking through straws all introduce excess air into the digestive system, a phenomenon known as aerophagia. This swallowed air doesn't always come back up as a burp. Instead, it travels down, accumulating in the intestines and contributing to pressure and discomfort. The modern pace of life, with meals consumed in front of screens or between meetings, turns eating into a mechanical act rather than a mindful one, disrupting the body's natural digestive rhythm. Even hydration, often overlooked, plays a crucial role. Water is not just a passive beverage, it is a vital component of digestion. It helps dissolve nutrients, softens stool, and ensures smooth transit through the intestines. When the body is dehydrated, digestion slows, waste moves sluggishly, and fermentation time increases, giving bacteria more opportunity to produce gas. This creates a vicious cycle. constipation leads to bloating, which discourages water intake due to the false sensation of fluid retention, further worsening the condition. Hormonal fluctuations, particularly in people with menstrual cycles, also contribute to bloating. Progesterone and estrogen influence both fluid balance and gut motility, often slowing digestion in the days leading up to menstruation. This natural shift can cause food to linger longer in the digestive tract, increasing fermentation and gas production. While temporary, this cyclical bloating underscores the deep connection between hormonal health and digestive function, a link that is only beginning to be fully understood. The growing awareness of these factors has led to a quiet but powerful shift in how bloating is approached. Rather than reaching for over-the-counter gas relievers or antacids, more people are turning inward, literally and figuratively, examining their habits, their diets, and their relationship with food. One of the most effective tools emerging from this movement is the food diary, a simple yet transformative practice. By recording what is eaten, when, and how the body responds, individuals begin to see patterns. A morning smoothie with almond milk and banana might seem healthy, but if it consistently leads to afternoon bloating, it becomes a clue. Over time, these clues form a map, guiding a personalized journey toward digestive harmony. This process often involves elimination, removing suspected trigger foods for a period, then reintroducing them one at a time to observe the body's reaction. Dairy, gluten, cruciferous vegetables, and carbonated drinks are common candidates. For some, the revelation is profound. A lifelong habit of discomfort vanishes simply by removing a single ingredient. This is not about fear or restriction, but about empowerment, about learning to listen to the body's language and respond with care. Mindful eating has become a cornerstone of this new approach. It begins with slowing down. Putting the fork down between bites, chewing thoroughly, and paying attention to the taste, texture, and aroma of food activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest state essential for optimal digestion. In this state, saliva production increases, enzymes are released, and the stomach prepares for its work. In contrast, eating under stress, rushed, anxious, or distracted, triggers the fight or flight response, which suppresses digestion and can lead to incomplete breakdown of food, setting the stage for bloating later. Physical movement, too, is gaining recognition as a natural remedy. A short walk after a meal, once seen as merely a pleasant habit, is now understood as a powerful digestive aid. Movement stimulates peristalsis, the wave-like contractions that push food through the intestines, helping to move trapped gas and prevent stagnation. Even gentle activities like stretching or yoga can relieve pressure and improve circulation to the digestive organs. This integration of motion into daily life reflects a broader understanding that digestion is not isolated, it is influenced by the entire body state. Herbal remedies, long used in traditional medicine systems around the world, are experiencing a resurgence. Peppermint, with its soothing effect on intestinal muscles, has been shown in clinical studies to reduce symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome, including bloating and cramping. Ginger, a staple in many cuisines, acts as a prokinetic agent, speeding up gastric emptying and reducing the time food spends fermenting. Fennel seeds, often chewed after meals in certain cultures, contain compounds that relax the gut and expel gas. Cumin, with its warm, earthy flavor, enhances the secretion of digestive enzymes, improving the breakdown of fats and proteins. These plants are not miracle cures, but they are gentle, accessible, and effective allies in the quest for comfort. The gut microbiome, the vast community of bacteria, viruses, and fungi living in the intestines, is at the heart of this evolving narrative. Research continues to reveal how deeply these microbes influence not only digestion but also mood, immunity, and even brain function. An imbalance in this ecosystem, known as dysbiosis, can lead to overgrowth of gas-producing bacteria or the presence of harmful strains that disrupt normal function. This is particularly relevant in conditions like small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, SIBO, where bacteria normally found in the colon migrate upward, fermenting food too early in the digestive process and causing severe bloating, often after nearly every meal. While probiotics, live beneficial bacteria, have gained popularity as a solution, their use is not one-size-fits-all. For some, introducing more bacteria helps restore balance. For others, especially those with SIBO, it may worsen symptoms. Prebiotics, fibers that feed good bacteria, are similarly nuanced. Foods like garlic, onions, and asparagus are rich in prebiotics, but they are also high in FODMAPs, which can trigger bloating in sensitive individuals. This complexity underscores the need for a personalized approach, one that considers the unique makeup of each person's gut. Hydration, movement, mindful eating, herbal support, these strategies form a holistic framework for managing bloating. But perhaps the most important shift is in mindset. Bloating is no longer seen as something to endure or ignore, but as a meaningful signal. It is the body's way of saying that something is off, whether it's the pace of life, the quality of food, or an underlying imbalance that needs attention. This reframing transforms bloating from a nuisance into a teacher, guiding individuals toward greater self-awareness and long-term health. Yet, this new understanding also carries a caution. While most bloating is benign and manageable through lifestyle changes, it can sometimes be a symptom of something more serious. When accompanied by severe pain, unexplained weight loss, blood in the stool, or persistent changes in bowel habits, it demands medical evaluation. Conditions such as celiac disease, inflammatory bowel disease, ovarian cancer, or gastrointestinal obstructions can present with bloating as a primary symptom. Ignoring these red flags in favor of natural remedies alone can delay diagnosis and treatment. The wisdom lies in knowing when to nurture and when to seek help. The rise of digestive awareness is part of a larger cultural shift toward bodily autonomy and preventive health. People are increasingly skeptical of quick fixes and one-size-fits-all solutions, preferring approaches that are sustainable, natural, and rooted in self-knowledge. Social media, wellness blogs, and community forums have amplified this movement, creating spaces where experiences are shared, questions are asked, and collective wisdom grows. No longer isolated in their discomfort, individuals find solidarity in stories of bloating after beans, relief from peppermint tea, or triumph over lifelong digestive issues through simple changes. This movement also challenges the stigma around digestive topics. For too long, discussions about gas, bowel movements, and stomach discomfort have been shrouded in embarrassment. But as more people speak openly, the conversation is normalizing. Bloating is not a flaw or a failure. It is a biological process, influenced by diet, lifestyle, and individual physiology. By bringing it into the light, society is fostering a more compassionate, informed approach to gut health. At its best, this shift represents a return to balance, a reconnection with the rhythms of the body and the wisdom of nature. It is a rejection of the idea that health must be purchased in a bottle or achieved through extreme diets. Instead, it embraces moderation, observation, and care. It values the slow walk after dinner, the warmth of ginger tea, the ritual of chewing food thoroughly. It honors the complexity of the human body and the intelligence of its signals. As research continues to uncover the intricate links between diet, microbiome, and overall health, the importance of digestive wellness will only grow. Bloating, once trivialized, is now a gateway to deeper understanding, a starting point for exploring how food, stress, movement, and emotion shape physical well-being. It is a reminder that health is not the absence of symptoms, but the presence of harmony. In homes around the world, people are beginning to eat differently, not out of fear, but out of respect for their bodies. They are pausing before meals, sipping herbal infusions, taking evening strolls, and listening with curiosity to the quiet messages of their guts. They are discovering that relief is not always found in a pill, but in the simple, sustainable choices made every day. And in doing so, they are reclaiming a sense of agency over their health, one mindful bite at a time. The story of bloating is no longer one of embarrassment or resignation. It is a story of awakening, a quiet, powerful movement toward listening, learning, and living in greater alignment with the body's innate wisdom. And as more people join this journey, the ripple effects may extend far beyond the digestive tract, touching every aspect of health and well-being. If you made it this far, chances are you've felt that familiar tightness in your abdomen, that uncomfortable fullness after a meal, or the frustration of not knowing why your stomach just won't settle. But here's the good news. Your body isn't broken. It's speaking. And once you start listening, real relief becomes possible. This isn't about quick fixes, magic pills, or restrictive diets that leave you feeling deprived. It's about understanding the quiet signals your gut has been sending all along. From the way you eat to the foods that fuel you, from the herbs in your kitchen to the simple power of a post-meal walk, every choice can either add to the pressure or help release it. Bloating isn't just something to push through. It's a clue. A starting point. And when you begin to connect the dots, between what you eat, how you live, and how your body responds, you reclaim something powerful, control. Not over your stomach, but over your relationship with it. So if you're tired of feeling puffy, sluggish, or dismissed, take that first step. Try a cup of peppermint tea. Slow down at dinner. Go for a walk after eating. Keep a journal. Small changes, done consistently, can lead to big shifts. And if you found this helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who's had enough of feeling bloated. Because no one should have to eat in discomfort. Thanks for watching.